But what's new is generative AI, and it's really just another application and another approach for AI using what's called neural network to train and learn, right? And we won't get into all the details. Maybe if you want to, we can do it. But basically, the simplest way of saying what generative AI does, it literally predicts what's going to be the next letter and then what's going to be the next word. That's what it comes down to, right? And it uses, different, it's really about algorithms and data, right? So it's able to go ahead and figure out, based on all this data, what should happen next, right? So what happened was that I was a CTO for a publicly traded company, doing all the SEC reports, building, all kinds of blockchain and crypto tech. And a little bit before, more than a year ago, I just like, this is not what I want to be doing with my life. It's time to get back out. Time to go have my company, which, I've had my own companies for years. I disappeared off the radar for about a decade and went and raised my kids on the beaches in Barcelona. I'd written a book called Stop Working, and the whole idea was how to live anywhere, basically with your laptop, right? And so I decided I want to raise my kids on the beach. I was raised in Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica. I grew up on the beach, and when I started having kids, I'm like, you know what? I want to do the same thing. And so, went with a family, lived in a little town right outside Barcelona, and built some companies and just really had a really great time. And then came back to the USA, and got back into the corporate stuff. And then at some point, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to just get back and doing my own thing, So, so I started looking at doing some things with blockchain and crypto again early last year. And it was a bad time because a huge exchange called FTX had crashed and it just sunk the entire blockchain crypto industry. And then one night, like I wake up, my greatest ideas come to me at 4 a.m., right? I wake up, I go downstairs, and I'm like, okay, and what do, right? Most people probably watch TV. I don't. Take my mobile phone out, and I'm reading articles, right? I obsessively read tech articles, right? Don't ask me why. I love to see what's going on all the time. And I was reading an article, and it was from a guy that I didn't know who he was, and it turns out his name is Matt Higgins,